sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Atlanta, Georgia, where Freddie Falcon soars from the rafters inside the beautiful Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Atlanta Falcons. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. These guys flew across the country for this one. Always tough to play in the early slate of games when making that trek. On the other side, Falcons head coach Raheem Morris. His guys ready for what could be a tough one and perhaps a playoff preview come January. Comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
That will dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Ball on the 39. Here's second down and a yard.
Second and 1 at the 39-yard line.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield. Field stripe at the 49. Now 2nd and 3. Throwing is Lewis. And that'll be incomplete. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week. It takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
You look at this Raiders defense. Yeah, they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the first. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he will find his man on the outside. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now Lewis. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 23, here's 2nd and a couple.
At the 23-yard line.
Looking to throw. Lewis. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Kyle Pitts, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have moved out in front. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He was able to connect with Kyle Pitts on the previous drive for the touchdown. And now they start here, first down. Throwing to start the drive. Lewis. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Back to throw. Lewis. And that is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He'll try and do this himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
45 yards. And the Falcons first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Goal at the 5-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Darnell Mooney, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last two drives as he begins here, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now Lewis throwing to start the drive. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Looking to throw. Lewis. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that last throw not going to count for much in the grand scheme of things, but it does move him over 3,000 yards passing for the season. And now they'll audible to something else. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the Raiders' 47-yard line.
Off the play fake. Lewis. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
At the 37-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Lewis. Now this will be caught by Mooney. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 31-yard line.
Off play action. Lewis. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a 1st down. Gotta love that efficiency.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Lewis. He's got his man on the crossing route. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 48 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Lewis. Touchdown, Falcons. Darnell Mooney with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Falcons offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They run the draw here with Robinson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2. They'll run again here with Robinson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Off the bootleg. Lewis. And not enough on the throw that time, as that one is incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Falcons, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.